Begin all things first by using Noonebu or El Kaloum, all in all. This is Nucracy Radio, radio for the gilding of the mind, for the family of mind. We're pretty much here to mine our mind for the jewels of our soul. And tonight's topic is Noonebu Philosophy. Is it anti-religious? And what do you think about pretty much the religions of today? And I'm pretty much going to dib a little bit into what Noonebu Philosophy is, or just simplify it a little bit so we can get further into the topic. But it's nothing but, ancient African cultures that pretty much came before, the last 6,000 year moon cycle. And now we're in this sun cycle. So pretty much from all these ancient cultures that came before the last 6,000 years, are these cultures really anti-religious? And we still gonna be, like I said on the last show, we still gonna be looking for people that want to do 30-second slide, 45-second slides, and 60-second slide advertisements. And artists, DJs, producers. We pretty much we need anyone that pretty much want to be heard and get their music out there, so we can get this momentum jumping and get this thing pumping. But let's dig pretty much into tonight's show. I got an excerpt here that I want to touch on, but pretty much summarize up the question about tonight's topic. But any doctrine pretty much that supports love and pro-life is pretty much an agreeable doctrine for us. So no is the answer to that question. No, the Noonebu philosophy is not anti-religious. But however, the love, that we teach and the philosophy behind it, it pretty much is based on the understanding of the natures of existences. And, that can be found in origins, people's genetics, and their historical or in their psychological, database or reservoir. And this pretty much is, the connection between knowing who and what, what you are or what a person truly is. Like they say, know thyself. And hate evolves because pretty much, the love that we give is pretty much is not being given back. And a good percept for that is in the book of, what was that? What book in the Bible that start off Vanity of Vanities?
Not sure. Not exactly sure. Don't want to lie.
Well, I know it's a percept in the Bible.
They can Google it. They can Google the verse and it'll pop up with the verse and the number.
That's pretty much a vanity, you know what I mean? And when you work, and you don't pretty much get back the love or the work that you put in from, the labor that that you done. But if you understand the true cycles of existence, it's pretty much you can't really hate nobody. So by understanding the origins of, them, the person that, that you'll probably hate, or even yourself, you will understand, that you need to have a greater level of respect for who, what, and anybody is, and, their reasoning for existing. And we have to reject the negative thinking and the negative actions that pretty much come along, that are detrimental to our existence as a whole and not just as individuals, whether it's innocently or purposely. And pretty much anything that is positive, especially dealing with religion, it finds its way or connection in the positive philosophy of Noonebu. So you know, anything that's pretty much in the Bible, especially of the Old Testament, is pretty much actually a way of life from ancient Africa before all these monotheistic religions existed. So, pretty much, like I was saying when I first came on, Noonebu is pretty much the philosophy of cultures that existed 6,000 years before the moon, you know what I'm saying, the moon cycle, or the last moon cycle that we had, or pretty much when the Bible was put out in 325 AD in Italy. So, I mean, we pretty much have a vast information that we can deal with here. I mean, because this is not his story, you know, history. This is pretty much our story. So, like I said just a few seconds ago, we got 30-second slots, 45-second slots, 60-second slots. We're not taking any callers tonight, so it's pretty much going to be me and my co-host that I got with me tonight. I got brother Jamie with me.
What's up with y'all? What's up?
I got my brother Azariah with me.
Hotep.
I got my brother Black Hebrew with me.
Shalom, shalom.
And I mean, we pretty much just gonna kick it for the rest of the show about this Noonebu philosophy and pretty much what it is, you know what I mean? And like what we mean by like pro-life and the things we're saying for us, how it connects to religion and stuff like that. Like, this is pretty much life. That's really much the whole philosophy behind Noonebu. So
it's getting back to the basics. What it is, you know, the reset and the groundation and the foundation of an independent sovereign nation. You know, if you're tired of working for this machine, working for the man, and ain't got nothing to show for it, could barely pay your bills, you just a modern day slave, because they only work to have a place to live, eat, sleep, shit, and bathe. And look at you. You have a place to work, sleep, eat, shit, and bathe. You don't have nothing to show for it. No empires, no nothing. So, you know, we must build a nation and a foundation for our own selves and our own future seeds for them to operate under. Because every nation has to be powered and ran on some type of economy of their own. You know, I saw this Pakistani guy in the convenience store, and I asked him, I was like, hey, your country, what do y'all produce? He was like, oh, we produce coal. I was like, I was having a conversation with somebody. I was like, you see this guy right here? His country produces coal. They produce. That's why they have money, because they produce. What does the black nation produce in itself? Mm-hmm. Nothing. It consumes. It spends its money in other communities that siphon off the energy and the economics.
Mainly, like we pretty much spend our money into other religions. Like, that's what we've been doing for like the last especially these last 6,000 years, and this moon cycle that's just passed. It ended in 1960. I want to say the wrong number.
62.
Yeah, 1962.
When Reagan left the office, that's when shit changed.
No, I'm talking about according to Noonebu philosophy. But anyway, these pretty much these religions, like, we pretty much put our money into all these different religions, whether it's Islamic Islam, Judaism, or Christianity. Like, we gotta really like start understanding that these cultures and these religions, I can't really say they cultures, but these religions that have been created, they pretty much you know what I'm saying, they're for other ethnic races, shall I say. And not to say that it's like something bad for them, but you know, what's for them is for them. Mm. And not to say that, you know what I'm saying, that's bad in its entirety, but like what's for us is pretty much we have to figure out what's for us and pretty much, you know, associate with that. We can't benefit and expect to thrive as a people You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Living somebody else's way of life. You get what I mean?
We shouldn't even be living their way of life anyway because they were made up pretty much.
Yeah. If you want to know where white people come from, you can pretty much find a video. Go on YouTube and type in where the white people come from. You will see it's a serious digital media video, and pretty much check that out. And you'll see the reference to what my brother Jamie just said about, the Caucasian culture in its entirety being made up.
I was saying, I'm not done. I was just taking a break though, but everything I'm saying, I can go look everything up. Go look it up for yourself. It's in the books. It's on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? You can go buy books on this. You know what I'm saying? Because the dude that we represent, he brought the truth.
Nah, I'm saying, most people really don't talk about, the whole white supremacy as a culture, as a whole, as a lifestyle. They really, attack white people, and all white people are not to blame. It's the culture, you know what I'm saying? And it's not for Nubian people, really, or, people of dark skin descent or African descent. And even Africans in Africa, they not really, majority of them not even really practicing their own culture. It's just some watered down version of the cultures that we had before. And like I said, the Noonebu philosophy is pretty much the origins of all the cultures that were before the cultures of 6,000 years ago. So it's not the actual tail end like what's being practiced in today, in today Africa, you know what I mean? So it's a little more different what we kind of speaking of and what's being practiced in today, practice in Africa today, you know what I mean? And Noonebu, pretty much like I said, it pretty much it can be weaved in with any pro-life speaking religion. It doesn't matter what the religion is. All the percepts of all religions pretty much came from Africa in the first place, or from us, from our cultures in the first place. I want to say this one more time, pretty much to let this be known. If you've been listening to the shows, like I always say on every show and podcast, we need 30 we need advertisers, sponsors, musicians, producers, DJs, all of that. We got 30-second slots, 45-second slots, 60-second slots going. Like I was saying, I got my brother Azariah here, my brother Jamie here, and Black Hebrew. And what we building on is pretty much the Noonebu philosophy, and is it anti-religious?
No, it's not anti-religious at all. These are principles. These are a way of life that anybody can live by. It's specifically tailored for Nubians, but anybody could live by these philosophies, but because they're grounded on the basic, laws of the universe. And when you run off of the basic laws of the universe, you're guaranteed to reap good fruits. So, Noonebu is, made for a Nubian, but strong enough for a Gentile.
Right.
It's made for a Nubian, but strong enough for a Gentile.
It's the way of life.
It can enrich you once you implement these laws or philosophies or ways of seeing in full dimension.
Right. Or orders.
So yes.
Everybody answers to somebody.
We don't persecute, prosecute, throw stones because obviously we can see that's counterproductive. We got bigger fish to fry. We have to think on a bigger scale, and we have to not only think for the present, but we have to think ahead. We have to actually always be thinking. We have to develop black think tanks to, offset the major commercial think tanks that are plotting against us.